Hello everyone and welcome to Tech Talk, the segment of our service that is dedicated to helping our members and friends to understand technology, upgrade themselves, and get with the times. From time to time, members of our media team will be sharing tips to help you keep up with the latest trends and technology that will further help you in your ministry to win souls for the kingdom. Now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's talk tech. Now today we're going to talk about video submissions. Yeah, video submissions. Preparing videos for our service, be it for Sabbath, youth fellowship, Sunday night meetings, or any form of service that we have. So now that we are worshiping remotely, we would be required to submit some form of videos to enhance the service, to connect with our members, because we can't always be connecting via Zoom. So to enrich the service, we may ask for a song, we may ask for you to sending a poem or something of that sort. But one thing that we have to be very much careful about is the type of videos that we send in. Now, when you're creating your videos, there are 5 things that you must pay attention to. 1, you need a device to record. 2, if you're submitting a video, you'd want to know that persons are seeing you and seeing you clearly, so lighting is important. 3, your setup. You have to make sure that the camera that you're using and everything is set up properly in an effort to make sure that you're producing good quality. 3, you're hearing me now. Sound is very much important. Why send a video so they could see you and not hear you? The sound has to be very clear. Now, the final one is your background. I'm sure you'd have heard about this so many times. You have to create a good background. Let's talk about the device. All you need is a phone. Everybody has a phone. So we're gonna use the main device to record your camera as a phone. We're not talking about any expensive camera or any special equipment. So no, you don't need the expensive Note, Note 5, Note 9. You don't need the expensive Apple or any of those other expensive Samsung phones. Not that I'm discriminating a brand or so, but you can use a simple blue. Yeah, let's use a blue. This is a Blue Dash 2. You can use this to do a video. I'm actually using a phone to do my video now. Now, with that said, with the device out of the way, any phone can be used. That's what we're saying, any phone. Now let's focus on lighting. Now you're looking at my video right now and you may be thinking that I have some high quality lighting as we speak. Actually, I don't know how the video is actually coming out right now, but I'm assuming that the lighting quality looks good. So that said, no, I do not have any special lighting. I have natural light. This is the sun that is shining on me now, giving me this type of lighting. Now, when we're talking about lighting, you try to get the light, the natural light. And how do you get this natural light? I'm inside my house right now, or inside of a building right now. Open your windows. So right now, all my windows, all my doors are open. So you can face the window or face the door, and you'll get that natural light and it surrounds the entire picture and you'll get good quality. Now, it's best that when you're doing your videos, you do it in the day so that you can experience or get this natural light to light up your video. Now, let's talk about, let's say you should decide to record your video in the night, which is not really recommended, but let's say the only time you could get to do the video is in the night. Now, what type of light can you use? Because there's no natural light. Of course, you can use artificial light. No, I'm not talking about special lighting equipment. I'm still talking about basic things. So the basic light that you have in your house is your roof light, a flashlight from your phone or some flashlight device, or your bedside lamp. So yeah, take out your bedside lamp and use it. Now, this is a very cheap lamp. I'm not talking about anything expensive. I don't know what the cost is, but I know very cheap. Now, that said, make sure you just put the light directly in front of you to add the light. add light to your image or add light to the subject. You are the subject, by the way. Now, sometimes if you use this lamp, it's a bit too bright. So we tend to try to soften the light so it's not so strong on you and blinding. So you can choose to put a napkin over it to soften the light, but this can be a little bit tedious to have a napkin over a light. So you could just get a marina. That's what I do. I put a marina over it so it softens the light. That said, lighting is very much important. Now, many of us, we would do, you would do exactly what I asked you to do by sitting in front of a window for the light to come in, but we just do it the opposite way. For example, I'm sitting in front of the window now, but the lighting that I'm depending on is not coming from the window that's behind me. It's the light that is coming through the door and other windows in this room. Now, let me explain what I'm talking about. The light should not come from behind. If it comes from behind, you're going to have problems. And let me demonstrate exactly what I mean. Remember, I'm sitting in front of the window now, but not depending on the light that's behind me, because the light should always be in front. Now I'm going to move this curtain and see what happens. See what happens. Now look at that. Are you seeing me? What is the picture quality like? I'm sure you would prefer the previous image than this image as we speak. Now let's talk about the setup. How do you set your phone? Do you need an expensive stand or a phone stand like you see on TV and so forth? Yes, it would be recommended to get one if you are doing videos on a frequent basis. But if you don't, you can do a setup like mine. I'm actually putting my phone on a book and a box to elevate and keep it straight, and it's now leaning on the centerpiece on my table. So that said, again, you don't need any expensive equipment. You can just be as creative, innovative, and unconventional as you want, but do whatever you can to make sure that the setup looks good. Now, continuing on setup, whenever you're doing your videos, always submit your videos in a landscape format, horizontal. So don't do your videos like you're taking a selfie or so, like this. Set your phone horizontal, crossway, all right? Landscape. This way, whenever the video is being played online, be it on Zoom or even on YouTube, whatever the case may be, it fills up the screen. It gives a good aspect ratio. It fills up the aspect ratio. So at the end of the day, when you're watching it, it looks like you're watching something on TV and not necessarily watching it from a phone. So it's very much important that you set your phone crossway, landscape, horizontal, this way, not this way. All right? So that's very much important. Now, let's talk about sound. Sound is very much important. Now, you're seeing me and the lighting is good. You're using whichever device you choose to use. But if you're not hearing the person, then we have a problem. Now, am I asking you to get a mixer board or any of those audio interfaces or a microphone? No. But if you can get one of those earpiece or earplugs that has a microphone on it to use, that's good. That will help you to have good quality. As a matter of fact, I have one of those. Yeah, and I have one right here. I'm using one as we speak. One of these earpieces. All right, just like that, it's connected and it's working. But you don't have to use it. Now, if you don't have an earplug or an earpiece or that you could use as a microphone, then you can simply make sure that when you're doing your video, you're very close to the video, close enough, but making sure that enough spaces, a little space is over your head and enough space to the side, but close enough. If you can't get close enough for the volume for the phone microphone to pick you up clearly, then you project your voice and speak a little bit louder in an effort to get that good rich sound quality. All right, so now we spoke about the device, we spoke about the lighting, we spoke about the setup, and we did mention the audio. Now let's talk a little bit about your background. Now this can be very sensitive, and personally, I know if you don't have if your background at home is not the best or the ideal, don't worry about it. Something can be worked out. Now, a solid background is very, very much important. As we speak right now, I am not using a fancy background. This is just my window curtain. All right, so now everybody knows I have a green curtain. I may have to change the color soon. But that said, the background can be as simple as this. So you can get a piece of cloth, get one of those curtains and put it up, or just find a solid surface in your home, like the wall, and just turn to the wall. You don't want too much distraction going around. You don't want people to be seeing other persons walking in the house. You don't want people to be focusing too much on your settee, your living room, and how fancy it is or how not fancy it is. Whatever the case may be, just keep a solid background to keep it simple and plain. And that's it. Now, as we go along, we'll continue to give you further tips and advice as it relates to technology. And as we talk about background, if you're doing Zoom or any of those platforms, you can also use your virtual background. We may have to do another feature on virtual backgrounds and what the recommendations are and so forth. However, that's it for now. Now, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, you can comment, and we'll see your comments, or we'll see your questions, and we'll definitely try our best to answer those questions. Now, after this presentation, I'm sure that you are more equipped. You are ready to prepare those videos for ministry. When somebody asks you for a song via video, I'm sure you're going to be so confident and you're going to be so excited to prepare that video. If they ask you for a testimony, whatever it is, you are now ready for ministry. Have a wonderful day. See you next time on Tech Talk.